welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really fun and quick and easy tutorial to share with you. It is the Apron Strings recipe binder. This is the binder I had previously made a video on a few weeks ago. And today we are going to go through its construction. Okay, so let's get started. First, we're going to need 2 pieces of 9x7 chipboard and 1 9x2 piece of chipboard. And then we're also going to need 2 12x12 cardstock papers and your choice of color. You also need a binder ring mechanism. You don't have to get the ones that have 6. You can get ones that just have 3. There's different varieties out there on Amazon to choose from. And they come with the little screw things we need. So that means you'll also need a flathead screwdriver. Of course, our liquid adhesive. I'm still using this Line Co. neutral pH adhesive. I'm almost finished with it. I have to order some new glue soon. Okay, so first we're going to start by gluing our 2 pieces of cardstock together. And mine is textured, so I want the texture on the outside. And we're just going to give it 1/4 of an inch overlap. And take my bone folder and crease this down. Flip it over. Burnish it from the other side. Next, we're just going to take our pieces. I want to get that seam right on the middle of my spine piece. I'm just going to grab my ruler. Make sure it's all lined up. You want to leave a 1/4 of an inch of a space between each. I'm just going to glue these down. Last one. Let's move just a bit. Now we're just going to go around and trim off the excess. I like to leave an inch. Let me do it this way first. I like to leave an inch from the edge of the chipboard And if you watched any of my other album tutorials, I use the same method in this one. If I cut it a little uneven, I'm not worried about it. Let me cover it up. That's mainly when I get most of the bulk out. Oh, that's pretty neat. I'm gonna tighten this one back up. So just gonna go around. I like to use my ruler and just go 1/8 of an inch away from the sides here, from the points. So we can get really nice corners when we fold. My scoring tool. Also forgot we will need some hole punchers. Grab those. Here it is. So I'm just going to go around, give it a nice score. So help our paper bend easier. Give us a nice clean edge. Give those a nice little fold in. And we can start gluing these down. And this glue is not a quick dry. It does take me a minute just to get it to set and stick. So I burnish it down really, really well. Really helps that paper and the adhesive stick to the card, the chipboard. I didn't really, hold on, get this clear. Nice burnish. Just continue to do this the other two sides. This might need a little more glue right here. As it burns down, what this is doing is moving the glue out evenly to the spots where we need it. Pinch this in, like so, and then we're going to fold it down. A little bit more off on these corners earlier. They're not perfectly like that, but it doesn't bother me. It'll be covered. You just know next time I'd cut off a little bit more, and that would give me that perfect angled corner right there. All right, let's give that a minute to dry. I might tuck these in a little bit. It's gonna come in. Burnish that middle. I don't want to use my scoring tool right now for this because it will poke. If I use this and do it, it'll just poke a hole straight through my paper. This one's nice and gentle. I can apply a little pressure to it and it won't rip my paper. So there. Now we have our semi-wrapped cardstock. So I'm gonna come in. You know what? Let me grab paper here, so I forgot to cut one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, let's cut it 7 by 9. Oops, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 99. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's make sure. Yep, and that is going to be perfect. Take our glue. So in the beginning I said you're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock. You're actually going to need 3. I'll have all that in the cutting guide that I'll have linked below in my blog. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure it's even on both sides. A nice burnish. Again, go in. Bubbled up this glue. Burnish it down a little bit more. Air bubbles out and distribute that glue. That's why it's really important with this glue I'm using to burnish it down really, really well. If you're using a quick dry glue like art glitter, it's not going to do that. See, it worked out all them air bubbles out. It's a little wrinkled, but you're not going to see that. We're going to put our mechanism on. It does need a little bit of glue up in here. So just add some more glue. I'm going to use my tool. I'm going to drag that glue down. I'm going to drag it back up. I'm going to drag it back down. Really working it in there. I might be making my camera shake a little bit because I'm really pressing down hard. You see, that really eliminated that air bubble we had going on here. Now we just have a nice, Okay, so now I'm gonna determine what side. Let that glue dry for a bit. I don't know. I want it to open this way. Now our binder tool. I'm gonna use my mat here to get the middle. Going by this middle line right here. It's gonna run right straight through. I'm gonna line up the middle of my mechanism with that middle line. And then I want to make sure I have even enough space on this side from the cover to the edge of the cover, and from the bottom edge to the cover. Should have about 1/4 of an inch, a little bit less on each side. And once I have it nicely aligned, go ahead and take any kind of little writing tool. I'm going to put a mark in there. Oh, it didn't go through. Use my scoring tool. And just punch. See? Make little indentions for me here and here. I'm gonna grab your big one. If you have a crocodile, oh my god, this is gonna work so much more easier for you. But I don't. So this is what I'm going to use. Oh, I can't even, that one doesn't fit. But I can use this. This is actually a jewelry stiletto. That's what I did for the last one, and I just pushed it all the way through, just like that. Same thing for this side. Okay, right. Okay, there we go. Whoop. Now we take these go on the front. Yes. So turn this over. I'll take my tool and come in through this side now. I'm gonna open it more up on this side. And all that happens on the round is gonna be covered up by this, so don't worry about that. And push it right through, just like that. Might have to use a little force. Don't be scared. Open it up. Put our second one in. Get in there. This is like the hardest part of the whole album. It's actually making the holes and putting those in. Okay, so now we got those in. Ew. And it's a little off-centered. I think it looks a little off. We'll roll with it. I don't think it will be too noticeable. And then we're just going to come in. Put on, just like so. flathead. Oh, there we go. Hold it down in the middle. And I'm just going to screw it in nice and tight. Uh-oh. Oh, here it is. How did I say we lost my other piece? There it is. Yeah, Mom. And there we have it. Test it out. There it is. What's up? See that kind of alligator mouths right there? Go in. A little more force right here. Not too much because you don't want to tear it. And there you go. Now that all that's left to do is to decorate your book. And I'm not going to have a tutorial on how to do each of these pages, because I mean, I feel it's pretty straightforward, and it's really fully customizable. You can put your pages however you want. And if you don't get a 6-ring binder like this and you can only get a 3-ring one, then same method would apply. You just take the paper you want to use, line it up on your mechanism, and mark a 1/4 of an inch away from the back of your paper here, and mark where you're going to hole punch your holes at. Then you just go in, ching, 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 hole punch your holes. You can reinforce them if you like by the little tabs. I still have to go find some and reinforce my pages. Then you can hole punch some recipe cards to put in and just have them free flowing through like that. If you watched my walkthrough video, you know what each of these is for and what I intended to do with these. And this is just 2 pieces of paper, and I just V-shaped out a little triangle cut right there and glued them together and hole punched. And then I added some little pocket tabs and things like that to kind of jazz it up. And that is that. I'll give you a little inspiration on how to do yours. And then the cover, I just added papers on the back. So there you have it. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's really quick and easy, and I would love to see your creations. Thanks for joining me today, and until I see you next time.